Sir, please, I need help. Amir scratched the back of his head. It was early in the morning when you barged into his office, in tears. You were on all fours begging the man for help. And honestly, he was confused. Why him of all people? The two of you had a professional relationship. Not that he would be interested in anything more than that. After all, he was married. The man narrowed his eyes. I need to hear the story one more time. This is a very strange request. You swallowed and sighed, and once again explained. I have been paying for food money to my mom ever since I turned 18, under threat to be kicked out if I didn't pay it. Amir nodded. Well, I was able to pay it thanks to my job here, but... Well, the deal with your mom was clear. You pay her $150 every month to pay for food and gasoline. However, since you turned 21, she had decided to upgrade from food money to flat-out rent. While she had promised you to just increase it by $50 last week, well, she actually looked up how expensive your rent should be. And as a woman her age... just do, she clicked the first link that said how expensive is rent in the city. In other words, she wanted you to pay her rent. Plus the already existing food money. You just left, then and there. Dismantled your computer and put it into the trunk of your ATV. Packed some clothes and drove off. You have been sleeping outside in a little tent for a few days now, somewhere close to the pizzaplex where you worked. But, according to the radio, there was a storm warning, and you really didn't want to camp during a cold autumn shower. Amir put both hands on his forehead and thought. The man was a migrant from India. He knew how it felt leaving your home. While your situation was less extreme than his was, he had sympathy. That's why you sought him out after all. Maybe with enough begging power and opening a few more buttons on your shirt, you could convince day shift guard Brian to let you crash for a few weeks, but that was your second option, and definitely the more humiliating one. I make you an offer. I am sure it would be illegal for me to house you here. However, what I can do is change the schedule up a bit. Amir pulled out a sheet with names and numbers. I can give you a few weeks of night shift. He scribbled a few things on the paper. This will give other night guards a mini vacation. She will most likely appreciate it. After he was done scribbling, he looked back up. I will also allow you to pitch your tent on our property. The pizzaplex has walls after all, should be safer. You will not get a single cent overtime because of this, by the way. You said you only have a computer? Well, stored in parts and services and market with not Fazbear property, so we don't use it for animatronic repairs. And if it rains outside, sleep somewhere inside the building. I will make sure the other guards know about your situation. But please, don't make it permanent. Also, unless you're on shift, I will revoke your employee discount. You gulped. You wondered when Amir would consider this permanent, and then kick you out after all. In truth, the man only allowed it knowing full well you'd most definitely spend more of your salary on Fazbear products simply due to you living close by, and was actually giving him an idea that he'd be presenting to the higher-ups later. Meanwhile, you happily whistled your way through Rockstar Row. After some additional bargaining with Amir, you haggled him down to letting you just straight up sleep in parts and services. Since Brian, the day shift guard, had put on air mattress there for free for employees to use a couple months ago. It still was a really sensitive reality, and quite frankly, you weren't fully sure about your future. But at least you had a roof over your head. As much pizza as you could afford with your measly pay, and on top of that, you slept in a giant entertainment megaplex. A child's dream. Or, well, a child's dream within an adult nightmare. You had chosen a very specific patrol route throughout the pizzaplex. You haven't had a shower in days. So you would start in Rockstar Row, take a 5-minute break in Roxy Raceway, and then finish it in the newly constructed swimming pool area in the basement. Mostly for the showers there. Outside the pizzaplex, the storm was fast approaching, and you could already hear thunders in the distance. You are glad your ATV was safely parked in the loading area. Rockstar Row laid quiet, interestingly enough. Sure, Chica was tuning her guitar and more or less rocking out, Roxy was styling her synthetic hair, and Freddy was sleeping in his charging station, but Monty, on the other hand, wasn't here at all. But that wasn't too strange. The robots became quite restless at night. He was at Gator Golf calibrating his swings. You would go to Gator Golf on your second patrol for the night, so you skipped on that for now. Finally, you arrived on Roxy Raceway. The air smelled like old rubber tires and was a little stale. Using an employee terminal, you slightly increased the power of the vents to freshen up the area. And you sat down at the Raceway diner. As you rested, your thoughts moved over to the showers. In your rage against your mom, you forgot to pack your swimsuit. So the pools were out of the question. You made your way to the Monty-themed pool area in the basement after drinking a nice milkshake. The area was called Gator Swamps, a really beautifully designed water park area. It had 3 slides, a kiddie pool, a wave pool, and a large adventure pool with loads of child-friendly playground toys within it. Like a play fortress that had water guns mounted on top of it. It all was decorated to look like a typical Louisiana bayou. The swimming wheels were designed to look like hovercrafts too. However, it was here that once you exited the lift, where your eyes fell upon a certain animatronic. Montgomery Gator. The robot was sitting depressed in front of the closed door to Gator Swamp, mumbling loudly to himself. Monty? What are you doing here? Your perplexed shout made him turn to you.
Night Guard. Finally, I was waiting for you.
You blinked. Waiting?
I need access to my swamp.
He slapped his chest proudly. Monty and Roxanne had been equipped with a completely new endoskeleton that could survive being fully submerged in water. So the two could entertain people in the pool area during the day. It's closing time. You're not supposed to be here. He growled.
I don't care. It's my swamp, and I want to be in my swamp.
You sighed. He crossed his arms like a pouting toddler. If I let you in, will you let me take a quick shower? Monty tilted his head.
Didn't realize you were allowed to do that here.
You sighed. He was one to talk. No, I'm technically not, but I live here. For now. And I need a shower.
Activating sense sensors.
You took a step back. Yeah, no, not happening. His faceplate shifted into a smile. You turned and ran back to the elevator.
Oh no, you won't.
He shouted. You didn't get far. having just taken only a few steps until a heavy arm grabbed you by the shoulders. Brutally, Monty shoved you into him, and you took a deep drag of your smell. It was weird and made you blush incredibly hard. You close your eyes. I feel violated.
I can confirm you need a bath.
Oh, do you now? He took a step back, raising his hands in defense, like he didn't just assault you. You sighed. Whatever, just step aside. Using your security card, you unlock the Gator Swamp entrance. Taking you a few steps inside, you turned around. Are you coming or not?
You want to take a dip with me? I am not allowed to enter the pool area when there are no people present, so I was hoping you'd accompany me.
What if I say no? He shrugged and then snapped his fingers.
Then I would have just done what I would have if you hadn't come down here. Longing look at the pools.
That sure was sad. Right, you muttered. You let the excited Gator run past you when you walked over to the changing rooms. However, as you took off your uniform in the tiny changing cubicle, you remembered something direly important. No swimsuit. You gritted your teeth, closed your eyes, mentally preparing yourself. You quietly and embarrassed entered the shower room. Turning it on, you let water cascade down your naked body. Maybe Monty wouldn't realize if you bolted, if you were clean, and just think you took a long shower. The water felt nice, though. However, the relief from the water didn't last long. As with a loud bang, suddenly, there was pure darkness, and you squeaked. A lightning must have hit the power station or something. You were drenched in pure darkness. Trying to remain calm, you closed your eyes, desperately attempting to remember the layout. You slowly crept forward. A loud banging noise once again made your heart skip a beat.
Night God, are you alright? I heard a loud noise.
Oh, God, no, you really didn't want the Gator to see you unclothed like this. I'm fine. Leave. This is the girls' area. You shouted in the direction of the voice. Just give me a second. Once again, you felt around the room. However, when your feet landed on something gooey, you knew it was too late. A single lost bar of soap you hadn't even noticed when you came in made your leg painfully shoot upwards. One more scream left your lips before your body landed on the wet floor. Pain from your face was so great that you were in a daze, not even feeling the cold, strong fingers gripping your body, carrying you away. You weren't knocked out, no, just mentally you had checked out for a bit. You regained your conscience sometime after. You were on a hard surface, but it was mostly dry. The feeling of something soft was on top of you. Oh, someone had found you. You opened one eye. Next to you sat Monty. The two of you were on a bench next to the turned-off wave pool. You also noticed that the electricity was back. A towel had been placed on top of you. He was looking at the pool longingly. Monty, you croaked. His head turned to face you.
Night God, you're finally awake.
You blinked. Yeah, I think, at least. Sure.
The vital signs are normal. At least normal enough for a person that was knocked out.
He sighed.
So, why are you naked?
You blushed hard.
I thought you were supposed to change and go into the shower.
Your lips quivered. I got kicked out at home. Okay? And my swimsuit is still there. That's all I'm going to tell you. Monty stood up on his feet.
Wait, so you live here now? That makes us roommates.
No, it doesn't. I'm going to sleep in parts and services.
That makes us housemates. Oh, I need to tell the others.
Before Monty could storm off, you grabbed his hand. It was firm and strong, made out of plastic. No, please. I don't want any unneeded attention. Please. He scratched his head.
I mean, that's kind of over. I saw you naked.
You blushed hard. Yes, you saw me. That's enough unneeded attention. Finally understood.
You know we're machines, right? We don't really care. It's not like we can look it away, if you get what I mean.
Sighing, you looked away. You guys act more human than you think. The gator crossed his arms.
That's one of the nicest things someone has ever told me.
You smiled. I mean it.
I mean it. Sure, we have functional occasion. And there are certain limiters. Maybe being physically unable to enter the pool area without someone present. But we try and we try really hard to give an authentic experience to superstars and customers alike.
He returned to the position next to you.
I was worried when I saw you lying there. It didn't even occur to me that you were naked. Well, when I did, I put that towel on you.
You sat up, clutching it to your chest with one hand, and with the other, you gently petted the gator's snout. Yeah, that's really cute. He shrugged and made a noise of discomfort.
I'm not cute. I'm a vicious predator of the swamp.
Yeah, sure you are. Leaning forward, you gently pressed your lips on the animatronic's cheek. For a moment, he was quiet, seemingly enjoying your hot lips against his plastic shell. And then his jaw dropped. Monty? You said as you retreated. Embarrassed, he used his hand to forcefully shut his jaws.
I'm sorry, I was just, surprised.
I'd say shy is a better word. He got on his feet.
I really want to swim now,
He said hectically. Well, go ahead. He fidgeted.
No.
Why not? He twiddled his fingers.
Well, I would really like another kissy, for instance.
He raised an eyebrow skeptically.
Pretty please?
Rolling your eyes, you gently pecked his snout. There, happy. Can I please go now?
How often do I have to tell you I cannot swim alone?
You just want to watch me skinny dip with you, don't you?
Yeah, that too.
Thank you to the people who are supporting me on Ko-fi. You guys are keeping me alive.